The mission was simple: investigate the newly discovered alien complex on an unknown planet and assess any potential threats to humanity. However, Commander Tyrell knew that the simplest missions were often the most dangerous. The first images from their location deep in the Samarin galaxy were far more unsettling than expected. The complex was buried deep underground, with an intricate structure. Alien symbols covered the walls, and a metallic aura emanated from the site, filling the team with a strange sense of unease. Tyrell approached the entrance with his team. Among them were skilled engineer Ava, brilliant biochemist Dr. Vance, and security specialist Hector. The team moved with full precaution. Under Tyrell's leadership, they had successfully completed every mission they'd undertaken, but this time things were different. The alien technology here was far more complex and menacing than anything they had encountered before. "This place gives me a bad feeling," Hector said, scanning the surroundings. Tyrell, ever composed, replied, "Stay sharp. Are you all ready?" The team gave a nod of confirmation, and Tyrell led the way toward the large metallic door ahead of them. As they stepped inside, the doors slammed shut with a loud noise, as if severing all ties to the outside world. For a moment, they all froze, overwhelmed by the deep silence and the chilling atmosphere of this cold, metallic environment. Ava, suppressing her rising panic, pulled out her device. "The energy levels here are off the charts, but it seems some kind of alien technology is controlling it." Suddenly, they felt a vibration in the room. Strange mechanical sounds began to rise from the walls, and a faint tremor shook the floor beneath them. Tyrell quickly grasped the situation. "Everyone, stay alert. This is a trap." Just then, the walls started to slowly close in. Ava, her voice tinged with panic, said, "The floor is moving. If we don't find a solution, we'll be crushed." Tyrell's calm mind went into overdrive. "This isn't just a physical test, it's mental as well. They've left us no choice. We need to find a way out." Ava, frantically checking her device, muttered, "It's some kind of pressure system. If I can find a mechanism to unlock it, I can stop the walls." Tyrell and Hector quickly scoured the room, examining every corner with swift, precise movements. Tyrell's eyes landed on a sensor, and he rushed over to inspect it. "This must be the control point for the room," he said while studying the wires. "If we can reverse the energy flow here." But time was running out fast. The walls were closing in at an alarming rate, and the team was being backed into a corner. Wiping sweat from his brow, Hector asked, "Commander, it's closing too fast. Do you have another plan?" At that moment, Ava let out a cry. "I'm going to figure this out. I just need more time." But as she continued working on her device, the screen suddenly shattered.
"No."
It blew up. Vance, trying to contain the panic rising within the group, said, "This place might have been tampered with chemically as well. We should check the gas levels." Tyrell, sensing the pressure Ava was under, stepped in. "Ava, take a deep breath. You can do this. Hector, get your weapon ready. If things go south, we'll fight our way out." Ava, despite the sweat pouring down her face, collected herself. "There's another way," she said with determination. "There's something else here. There must be another lock controlling the signals. It's behind the wall, to the right." Hector moved swiftly, using explosives to weaken the area Ava had pointed out. Behind the wall, a hidden mechanism was revealed. Tyrell carefully approached the mechanism, inspecting the cables. "This system is linked to the electrical circuits. If I cut this wire—" Hector, his nerves stretched thin, urged, "Commander, hurry! The walls are closing in." With a final, precise move, Tyrell severed the cable. Suddenly, all motion in the room ceased. The walls stopped closing in, and an eerie silence descended on the room. "Yes," Hector shouted in relief, but Tyrell remained composed. As the team regrouped in the center of the room, they all took deep breaths, regaining their composure. Vance, analyzing the area with his devices, said, "I'm not exactly sure what we're dealing with here," as the team prepared to venture deeper into the complex's labyrinthine structure. The strange hums echoing off the walls and the constant feeling of being watched by an unseen presence filled every moment with tension. Commander Tyrell moved forward without ever losing his focus, his weapon at the ready. Meanwhile, Ava and Dr. Vance worked to decipher the advanced technology of the complex. Hector, on the other hand, remained on high alert, expecting an attack at any moment. The corridors were dark, narrow, and nearly airless. Only the faint light from their equipment illuminated their path. As Tyrell advanced, he felt something was off. "This place isn't just a structure," he said, his voice calm but firm. "This complex feels alive. It might be watching every move we make." Ava's voice trembled with concern. "That could be true, Commander. With every step we take, the energy levels are shifting. I think there's a consciousness controlling this place." Suddenly, beams of light shot down from the ceilings, flooding the room, and a loud mechanical noise echoed through the complex. Ava panicked. "That's an energy signal. We need to get out of here." But it was too late. Electromagnetic shock waves fired from all corners of the room. Tyrell instinctively hit the ground as Hector raised his shield. "Ava, what can we do?" Hector shouted as he fought against the intense energy currents. Ava, shielding herself from the waves, quickly pulled out her device. "These energy waves are somehow feeding the system here. If we don't find the source and shut it down, this place is going to fry us soon." Tyrell scanned the walls and spotted a control panel. "There. If we can disable that panel, we can stop the energy flow." Hector and Tyrell rushed toward the corner where the panel was located, struggling against the ever-approaching waves. Both of them were strained under the electromagnetic pressure, their muscles trembling, but Tyrell refused to give up. Finally reaching the panel, Hector quickly set the explosive. "Ready, Commander? Blow it," Tyrell ordered sternly. The explosive detonated, and the energy waves ceased instantly. As silence once again fell over the room, the team breathed deeply in relief. "Ava, are you okay?" Tyrell asked, approaching her. Ava, slowly recovering from the shock, replied, "I'm fine, Commander. But this structure is going to try everything to stop us." Tyrell took Ava's hand firmly, offering reassurance. Ava carefully studied her analysis device. "Commander, there's something else. This complex is blocking the exits. If we don't reach the center, we'll never be able to get out of here." Tyrell looked at his team with determination. "Then we head to the center. Is everyone ready?" Hector, checking his weapon again, nodded. "Ready, Commander. No matter what, we're getting out of this place." Dr. Vance also finished his preparations, just like the rest of the team. "We can't leave without uncovering the secrets of this structure." The team once again moved forward through the narrow corridors. Uncertainty and danger followed them with every step. But with the resilience and intelligence of humanity, they were confident they could escape this trap-laden alien complex. After navigating through traps and assaults, the team moved steadily toward the center of the complex. With each step, the tension in the air intensified, and it felt as if the walls of the complex were closing in on them like a living entity. Tyrell led the way, constantly checking the updated version of the map. Ava, Hector, and Dr. Vance followed closely behind, each alert for any trap that could be triggered again at any moment. Suddenly, the corridor widened, and the team found themselves standing before a massive door leading into an expansive chamber. The room was dizzyingly large, with colossal pillars stretching to the ceiling, glowing softly with a faint blue light. But the most striking feature was the enormous energy sphere hovering in the center of the room. The sphere, swirling with countless beams of light, vibrated, sending waves through the entire chamber. This was the heart of the complex. "This is it," Tyrell said, his eyes fixed on the energy sphere. "The core of the complex. If we can disable this, the whole system will collapse." Ava carefully took out her analysis device and began scanning the sphere. This sphere controls all of the complex's defense mechanisms, but attacking such a large power source, it could be dangerous. Tyrell was resolute. "We don't have a choice. We've come this far. Either we shut down this sphere, or we'll never make it out of here." Just then, mechanical arms began emerging from the corners of the room, activating one by one. Massive, armored machines armed with weapons launched an assault from all sides. Tyrell grabbed his weapon and quickly gave orders. "Take positions. Hector, provide cover fire. Ava and Dr. Vance, focus on the sphere." Without hesitation, Hector opened fire on the machines, but the bullets merely bounced off their thick armor. "Commander, their armor is too strong. We need heavier firepower," he shouted as he narrowly avoided an attack from one of the advancing machines. Tyrell approached one of the machines and quickly hurled a grenade at it, but the explosion only caused minimal damage to its surface. "We need something more effective." One of the machines had locked onto Hector. As it swung a massive metallic claw toward him, Hector rolled out of the way just in time, but the machine quickly lunged again. This time, Hector attacked the machine's joints with his knife. The small openings in the metal seemed like weak points, but the machines moved too quickly. Observing the machine's movements, Tyrell devised a plan. "Hector, aim for the joints. It's the only way to slow them down." Hector quickly adapted, targeting the joints of the machines. Despite their strong armor, they began to weaken at the joints. Tyrell rushed toward one of the weakened machines and readied the rocket launcher on his shoulder. "Now!" he shouted, launching the rocket. The machine exploded into pieces, scattering metal fragments across the room. "That's it!" Hector shouted, swiftly targeting the other machines using the same strategy. Meanwhile, Ava and Dr. Vance continued to work on disabling the energy sphere. This energy source is regenerating itself. To completely shut it down, we need to sever the central circuit, Ava said, trying to decipher the intricate structure within the sphere. Dr. Vance, his hands trembling, formulated a plan. "We can cut the main circuit, but doing so will cause the entire system to collapse. We're putting our lives at risk." Tyrell, still fighting the machines, shouted back, "You need to do it. We're all risking everything here." Without hesitation, Ava targeted the central circuit of the sphere. As she worked under the glow of the swirling lights, a barrage of laser beams suddenly shot out toward them. Ava barely managed to dodge the deadly beams, but the sphere was becoming more dangerous by the second. "This thing is going to kill us." After destroying the remaining machines, Hector ran over to Tyrell. "Commander, we can't hold them off much longer. The sphere is activating." Tyrell assessed the situation and gave a decisive command. "Place the explosives. We're out of time." Ava and Dr. Vance quickly set the explosives beneath the sphere. However, the sphere had begun spinning faster, and energy waves started shooting out from its core. "Hurry, get back!" Ava shouted as she finished placing the charges and hurriedly retreated. Tyrell took one last look at the sphere. "Detonate it," he ordered, and everyone sprinted out of the room. The explosion echoed loudly through the chamber, tearing the sphere and the surrounding machines to shreds. The ceiling cracked, and the ground shook violently. The complex's defense systems had collapsed. The team managed to escape through a narrow corridor, emerging just in time as the complex crumbled in on itself with a massive collapse. Tyrell, catching his breath, looked at his team. "We did it. But we need to get out of here now." Ava, exhausted, nodded in agreement. "Yes, but this place was far more dangerous than we imagined." Thanks to the team's resilience and intelligence, they had survived the deadly traps of the alien complex. But they knew that even after this victory, a larger mystery awaited them. There was still much more to discover in the galaxy. I hope you had a good time. If you liked my story, do not forget to comment and subscribe to my channel. Goodbye. See you in the next story.